Let's get into
Agendasaw Man.
Agendasaw Man. Let's get into Agendasaw today. Let's get back into it here on the Public Safety Special Broadcast. We are back again with another chapter discussion. That is 2 in a row, 2 weeks in a row. Wow, we're back.
I feel like we're finally getting into the normal routine.
Yeah, it seems like things have gotten whatever was off the rails with behind the scenes. Probably the 2 movies. I'm gonna
Probably,
guess.
yeah.
To be fair, it's also tax season, but
Oh yeah, that does take that long. Yeah,
I don't know. I'm dragging my feet on it, so.
It's pretty crazy though. 2 movies in a row and a manga. I mean, I can imagine how much he has to work.
yeah. I hope he's chilling. Oh,
I haven't
Hopefully.
properly talked about Look Back yet, and now that I think about it, because I forgot, I told you I was like 2 movies, and I was like, oh yeah, Look Back. Holy shit, yeah.
Wait, you haven't read Look Back?
No, Look Back is my favorite, probably like one of my favorite Fujimoto works in general. But I forgot that they announced the Look Back movie because I was gonna do a live stream that day because I wanted to talk about the chapter that dropped that day as well as the Look Back announcement. But I didn't end up doing it, so I just realized like I have never once like said anything about it to anyone except for myself.
just
Weird tangent.
This
But
is so hype. It's so
I
crazy.
forgot about it. Yeah.
I'm so hyped. I don't know. If
Me
there's
too.
not
I really like the art direction. From what I heard, like the director too.
yeah,
He's
apparently
crazy.
the one director did like most of the keyframes. That's
Yeah, that's insane.
Dude must have really fucking liked Look Back.
I mean,
Dude
he's
must
not,
have really liked Fujimoto. That's
Yeah.
what.
it's in my top graphic novels of history. You know,
Yeah, Look Back. I'm one of the few that is Look Back over Goodbye Eri.
yeah, you and me, we're in there.
Yeah, let's fucking go. Oh wait, wrong
I
one.
think a lot of people say that though.
I don't think that's that uncommon. Look Back is just so much more. I don't know how to do. I'm not a content.
Okay, ready?
Yeah,
Ready?
thanks so much for watching. Come on. Bam. No, not happening. Okay, anyway.
Oh, we made it work.
I'll edit that. I'll spend like a bunch of time editing it for no reason. Okay, anyway.
Oh yeah, keyframe it.
Yep. Pop open After Effects. Spend 5 hours on 3 minutes of footage. Okay, we are probably not
for it.
We are back here on the Public Safety Special Broadcast talking about Chainsaw Man. This time we're talking about chapter 157 of Chainsaw Man. Let's get our introductions going before we dive back into it. I am, of course, your host, Secret Doves, Public Safety Communication Division's 18 Vice Captain, coming to you here from the Public Safety Ultra Secure Media Bunker. And of course, I'm at age 33, and my contract is with the War Devil. I'll have my guests today give their name, age, and devil contract with Jake.
Hello. How are you doing? Long time no see. I am Jake Jones. It's been a long time. I think like 6 weeks, 4 or 5. I don't know. It's been a long time. I'm 26 years old. My contract is with the Moving Devil, probably one of the scariest devils of all time. My set's all completely broken down. Gotta get everything out of here. Yeah.
Moving out. Let's go.
Moving out, sort of. It's going to be like a long process. This is probably going to be my background for like another like month or 2, but it's still long, arduous process. But yeah, hello, thank you.
Boom.
All right. My name is Zuzu. I'm 17. I'm a civilian devil hunter, and my contract is with the Tomato Devil.
Yeah. One of our
Yeah,
contracted media associates, Susan.
they all need tomatoes.
Yeah,
Soon the
yeah.
tomatoes will take over the world.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into it with this chapter 157, College Fund. I'm really interested to hear both of your opinions because I think they're very contrasting opinions on this one.
Is
I
that why you asked me to be here?
yes,
Is
yes, a little
that the reason?
bit.
So I was wondering when you hit me up, because you know that I liked the chapter a lot, and then Zuzu and I talked very briefly before this, but so I said that this was probably one of the best chapters in a really long time. I really liked this chapter, and Zuzu was like, I've seen it's okay. I mean, I think it's okay, and I was like, oh,
No, no,
okay,
no, no.
whoa,
I like it too. Okay,
Uh,
I'm
oh,
just
okay,
like
okay.
I've seen a lot of people say it's lackluster. I missed Asa so much. I think
No,
it's
same, yeah.
just so funny the reveal of Fami and Asa instead of like anyone else.
I
It's
mean, it
just
was
so
pretty
so on the
obvious.
nose. Like
It
it's
was
obvious.
very okay.
Okay,
Let's.
okay.
It was a very obvious setup that this is Asa, right? Like that was. This was not
No,
a
no,
not
no,
a
no, no. Here's the thing.
mystery.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Fujimoto is well known for his subversion of expectation. You should expect the unexpected.
He's
So
really not
it,
though.
he loves that shit. He fucking lives and breathes that shit. And
Okay,
he was
I
like, oh,
I
the only
actually
thing that could we can get into that, but he said the only thing that could breach these walls is a war or something. And then we see a character and we see the back of their knees, which you would never see Asa's knees like that unless there's one specific condition that is met. And that
was
condition is the wind
wearing
through the wind,
her.
and that's what happened. But that was the subversion of expectation.
She was wearing the shorts that she wore at an earlier time in the story.
Agenda,
But those
agenda,
were pajamas, no?
There's like
agenda. Yeah,
Okay,
she wouldn't
I'll
be
say
caught
what
dead outside in those pajamas.
I think.
I'm
I think
sure.
it might be a different character. Actually, I think it might be like we're switching then to a different POV.
Oh, we're gotta. That's a
That's
very.
why.
That's a possibility. Sure. Very strange thing to do at this point.
No, I'm serious. Like Fujimoto
If,
wouldn't
if
mess
that if
up
that ends
the
up happening, I'd
length
actually be kind of based. I'm not gonna lie.
he wouldn't
That's
mess up the length of the socks and wouldn't mess up the color. Okay, so
uh
Fami's
color.
shoes were black, but the ones on the
Right.
like on the last
Awesome.
page were white, and the
Right.
only
Awesome
white shoes
shoes are
were
right.
Asa.
Right. Wait, are you telling me that Fujimoto would not mess up proportions? I don't know about
I
that
mean,
one.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
remembering
he
That's
wouldn't
little
have
pointer guy.
but not in this instance. I think this was deliberate.
you think or you think you're a sock truther. We've got the fucking
No,
adding to
I'm
the iceberg.
normal. I'm so normal.
I will say when
It's
I did
dude.
the
Okay,
fucking
dude.
because I did the edit with the pointing soy jacks, like the with like the feet, and it was like it's very
You
it's
were
very
you were pushing the resident. I remember that.
I so when I made that, I saw so much discourse online being like, this is why it's clearly awesome. It's awesome. It was awesome, but like it was like but
Well,
at the same
yeah.
time at the time we couldn't be 100% sure. But so much discourse online where it's like, this is awesome. This is clearly awesome. If you think anything else, you're wrong. And technically, they're
Yeah,
right. Yeah,
that's kind of
but
true.
at the same time, I was
No,
like,
we're in there. I'm going with Zuzu. I've been convinced by Zuzu. There's a third party here. There's
I'm
more.
just saying there are possibilities to this. I think
There
it's
are layers.
when
There are
it comes to
possibilities to
clothing,
this.
Fujimoto doesn't mess it up. That's what I think.
he's very consistent. He's sometimes more consistent in drawing clothing than he is in drawing characters. So
Not.
Lamo.
This is not correct, but we don't have to litigate all of that anyway. There's a lot. Look, he freeball stuff. All right, there was a big fish angle on that shot. Did you see? It had like a three-point perspective. I think it was a weird angle. Let's put it that way.
On that OG
Legs, yeah,
back of knee shot.
yeah.
I will say these socks look a little longer than the original shot.
Okay, enough with the socks. Honestly, we talking. Let's start right
It's
there.
not just the socks; it's the shoes too.
Okay.
Wait.
Wait, guys.
I was
Yeah.
I'm saying, just look at it. I have a point here.
Is she kicking? I don't even know. I'm not gonna check it. Asumi Taga has one arm.
Yeah, it's actually crazy how it's just glossed over. Yeah, I have a one arm. That's it.
Yeah. Why do you also think about this? This is probably one of the crazier. I mean, this was a big question ever since Room 606 Sword. Another thing. Let's see what
I fucking hate Fujimoto so much. The way he just wrote up the whole arc with Asa and Yoru. I'm gonna strangle him if I ever meet him. I won't forgive him.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I think I don't know if it's that. It doesn't seem like that's changed since Sentimental Drive, even with the relationship with Fami right here. You know, like they're talking about, Yori wants to defeat Chainsaw Man. Asa's trying to save Chainsaw Man. Fami is fucking them.
It's what they've talked before about.
Right, it's the same kind of thing. So it's not. It doesn't seem like that much has happened. But yeah,
what it kind of reminds me of, and I didn't even think about it until you brought it up just now. But it reminds me of because I was disappointed during part 1 when the skip between Denji, Kobeni, and Kishibe in that safe room, going from them being right there and whatever moments they had there to just immediately being on the battlefield of the final fight of the manga with only 3 chapters left in the manga.
Right. Yeah.
I feel like that's like a similar kind of thing where it's just like, how did we get here? And it's such a and as much as I say, I loved this chapter. This is like my favorite chapter in a very long time in Chainsaw Man. But I do admit that this kind of thing is something that happens every now and then in Chainsaw Man, where you will think something is supposed to be important, and then it's either like completely left out, or like glossed over, or maybe just wasn't as important as I once thought it was.
This guy's a freak, dude.
Yeah, for sure, a freak.
What's he doing, man?
He's moving different.
Doing?
It really sucks.
I
think. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I just think that the way we just glossed over the fact that Asa became famous, that's such a lost potential of I understand his writing is very tight and it's supposed to be like a one arc per protagonist, but couldn't we have at least like a chapter or 2 chapters detailing about her life?
Yes.
A little bit with
Please.
Yoru. Not only that, not just that, but we've seen how Yoru and Asa improved. They're switching back and forth in a second. We don't even have to see how the body exhaustion works. It just happens every panel. That's why it annoys me, because we see it so it's bizarre to me a little bit. Yeah, sometimes when I read part 2, there are parts that are harder for me to understand, but not because I don't really understand what Fujimoto meant by these moments. A
lot of things are a little bit up in the air still, which is
I'm sure there is a reason.
Yeah, I was having this discussion with people on the timeline a little bit. How much more of part 2 do you think there is? Like, what percentage are we at here?
I think we're in the middle, actually.
Middle? Yeah.
I refuse to believe we're gonna end soon. It's
No
way
way.
too early.
No. It's no shot. Jay, what
I
do you think?
think there is a lot more story that can be told in Chainsaw Man Part 2. I would not be surprised if at any point Fujimoto's just like, fuck this, and just ends it. Uh, I could see him doing that because the
To be honest,
beauty
yeah.
and crux of Chainsaw Man is that it really does feel like a manga where, you know, Fujimoto at any moment can just do whatever the fuck he wants, and that has led to some of the best chapters in the history of the manga. Chapter 85. I sound like such a fucking nerd when I can just like
Bust
rip
them
them
out.
out and just say a chapter. I like the fucking 85 was the family burger chapter. That's my favorite chapter, or one of my favorite chapters. And it's those types of things that you know make you think
Yes.
like, yeah, like hell yeah, he can do whatever he wants whenever he wants. And then there's things like going from the bunker
Right.
with Shibeko, Benny, and Denji to the final battlefield, ending the manga and being like, oh
Nope.
fuck, he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and that's one of the things, like maybe like say like 5 chapters from now, Denji is saved by Asa and Fami, and they ride off into the sunset, and then the manga's over. Like he could like
My dude has been talking about the apocalypse since the very beginning. He's gonna do the apocalypse.
I hope so.
You think
I will
this
say,
guy is
yeah.
gonna skip the
It
chance
reminds me of
apocalypse?
Armageddon. Gravity Falls for some reason. Like the prophecy of tearing up the sky. That really
Yes.
reminds me of it.
Yep. It's like he's gonna definitely gonna do the apocalypse. I think. My
I hope.
we have entered the back half here, right? Like we had our Asa arc. Asa's established for part 2, and we didn't get that much more of her, but I think he kind of wanted to leave her as she was mostly. You know what I mean? Like, bam, I cooked Asa. Here she is. Enjoy that. Here she is. The last point she gets to is like, she's the hero of the church, and she's trying to save Chainsaw Man, and we're just gonna leave her there for now, and then we're gonna come back to it at this point. You see what I
Maybe
mean?
that's what he meant.
Yeah, and then we're going over
So
to
he was
Denji.
trying to save her for later. That's what you're
Right.
saying.
He
I mean,
doesn't want
I
to
guess
leave her
it
around too much.
works, but still, there are like
Right.
subtle
I mean,
changes. So
it kind of does a bit sense.
I'm hating on this guy.
I will say, like, probably, like, and this is where I thought, like, maybe it'll get into a little bit of controversial territory, and or maybe not. Maybe some people will agree with me. I personally believe the like Chainsaw Man church arc that we just had. I think the Chainsaw Man church arc we just had was probably a little controversial. The worst arc the series has ever seen, in my opinion.
Really?
We're not even close to cooking, bro. That's crazy.
I
think
that's my most preference. It's my,
Why
I guess it's just that is my opinion. It's just my opinion. Like, it's not. I guess it's not a fact, but I think that, for me, and I don't know, maybe it could be because, you know, for a while, like I was I was reviewing it every week, and maybe that kind of soured my thoughts. But at the same time, in early part 2, in all the way through, I guess the Falling Devil arc is kind of where like I noticed that,
I mean,
like,
that's the switch over.
yeah, I wasn't too big on the Falling Devil arc all that much either. I mean, actually, the Falling Devil arc in hindsight was gas, but it's I think maybe part of it is that I liked having Asa as the protagonist, because I think that it added such a fresh perspective to Chainsaw Man.
Yeah.
And it made the story where it's just like I've always thought like I would love if Fujimoto would just keep making stories in this universe and just changing like every time he makes a new story, have a different character that is the main character, and maybe you could have characters come back and stuff. But like I don't know, I
Like
really
in
but I was really
Jojo?
liking Asa, and I not that I don't like Denji, not that I love Denji as a protagonist, especially in part 1, but in part 2. I don't know, and especially in the church arc overall. And it's a combination of things. Like also, like I can't deny that. Uh, Unfortunately, like I feel like maybe also like the art quality decline also kind of affects my opinion, which I know it
Yeah.
shouldn't, but it does. And it's just like, and that's part of the reason why I thought this chapter was one of the best chapters we gotten in a very long time. Because when I was reading it, I was like, it had everything that I liked about Chainsaw Man. Like the art was on point. It had just some silly, convoluted, weird, almost like ass pull seeming powers, but it makes sense. He's able to explain it. Like if we trick Asa into believing that she owns this, then she actually has power over it, which is super.
I
Like
mean,
that's
that
awesome.
was established way
Yeah.
before in the
Yep.
aquarium
No,
arc.
yeah, but it's just having it come into play again, and
Yeah.
like making fun of that, then having her trip and fall at the most important moment again. It was peak Chainsaw Man, and then
Bringing
like
it all back.
we've had
I think
Fami
we
as
all
a character
collectively
for
missed the early part too.
yeah, I know. I definitely missed that because it's just recently it's felt like, and like it was really cool to have the weapon hybrids reintroduced, but at some point every week it kind of felt like a Marvel cameo. Like it's like remember this character you really. I mean, this character is pretty cool. Like,
Well, I
and
wanna. Okay, I gotta push back on you on there because those characters literally did not exist before these arc. There's like Quan Chi was the
no,
only one.
yeah, it was, technically they weren't characters, but at the same time, that's
It's just like, who is
I
this
think
it felt
we've seen
yeah.
before?
actually,
I cannot agree with you, Jake, on the last arc. I
That's
think it has a few of the best chapters in the whole manga in it.
so.
Like,
So I'm curious as to what chapters or moments are you citing when you say some of the best moments?
I think Chainsaw Man War is one of the highlights of the manga. I think that New Life Plus is one of the highlights of the manga.
yeah, for sure.
I think that the very previous chapter, chapter 156, the old me, is one of the highlights of the entire manga.
Yep.
I
The
wanted to
great.
make a meme from that chapter. I will say, sorry, not there was I haven't done it yet, and I really want to. I think this is the chapter, right? No, never mind. Okay, no, this is the chapter before that. This chapter is fire though too. I will say the one before this was pretty good. The one before that, where fuck, wait, I'm just pulling it up now. 155. Uh, the one where he's like, "There's no way I could ever have a family. I killed my own dad." I want to edit that to say, "I will kill Yuji Itadori myself," because he's doing the same exact face. And
It's true. It's true.
yeah, fuck, I forget
That's so
what it
evil.
now. Yeah.
That's a good one. That is a good one. No, I
don't
think that I know what you mean, but it was very atypical. It's pretty much Asa's early part 2 arc is like a real reiteration of Chainsaw Man as a whole. Like sort
Yeah.
of condensed down into this like 30% or like 25% of the story, and then we sort of leave it behind and we enter this whole new thing, which is it's not though unheard of from Fujimoto. He's bringing Fire Punch into Chainsaw Man, basically. Like, all the stuff that's in Fire Punch that's really freaked out and depressing
Yep.
is now back
Actually,
here
I
in
really like the inclusion of Fire Punch in Chainsaw Man. It's a really good mesh of ideas that he can finally like develop. I think in Fire Punch it was already very explicit, but when it's like connected to Chainsaw Man, it's even more so.
Yes,
So I would like you guys to elaborate on what you mean by the connection to Fire Punch. I mean I guess
right.
like Den because I do notice like also I haven't read Fire Punch in like 2 years, but I do notice
We,
some connections, you know, like
we've got
obviously.
cults, we've got fascism, we've got like the media and state control machinations coming together.
Religious imagery,
You know,
like
Oh
even
yeah,
yeah,
really, yeah. I guess religious imagery.
becoming
Because I was
a
thinking like Denji
god.
strapped to the bed, being like dismembered. I was like, yeah, they
Yep,
used to dismember
that's
people
Fire
to eat
Punch
and stuff.
too.
Yeah, Fire Punch.
Yeah,
Uh,
I
a
I don't
lot
know,
of
cause
the
like
panels too. They
yeah.
really
when
reminded
I
me of
think,
Fire Punch.
yeah, I don't know. And maybe it's because like the one moment. Fire Punch spoilers, I guess. The one, the one moment that always sticks out to me in Fire Punch. And I don't know. Anytime I think about Fire Punch, I think about. And actually, this might be my favorite Fujimoto moment, my Fuji moment, if you will. It is it was like halfway through Fire Punch when he goes to the village where is it Judah or Judah is, and he sees that he's protecting all these children. It's like, okay, whatever. He walks away. Then in his head, his little sister's like, "Why didn't you kill him?" And he's like, "I don't know. He said he's sorry, so it's whatever." And she was like, "He's only pretending to be sorry." And he like smacks his face and then goes back and kills everyone. And I was like, that's one of my favorite Fujimoto moments of all time. And so I don't know, and so that's like the most memorable like moment in Fire Punch for me. So that's partially why I asked like what you believe the
Right.
connections are. Just first of all, it's a refresher for me. Then also because I just haven't. Yeah, okay, that's right. There was lots of fascism in that.
There was a lot of
All,
fascism in Fire Punch.
Yeah, a
It's
lot
true.
of fascism.
A
Lots of
dash.
filming
Yeah.
movies. I gotta
Yes.
reread Fire Punch. Fuck me.
All right. We
I think
that's
Fire
good.
Punch might be Fujimoto's best work. Like, if
I
we're gonna be serious.
I don't agree, but I think I still have to give it to.
The
Really?
two chickens in the garden erasure is
So,
disgusting.
I think both the one shots are pretty far ahead of Fire Punch, but
Yeah, I think
I'm
Look Back
saying
is actually
something.
I loved Look Back that much.
Yeah, Look
It's
Back is very good.
but that could be a discussion for another time. We still got to discuss chapter 157. We all got here
Oh,
because
yeah.
it has one arm. Let's circle back to that. Yes, Fujimoto, he skipped over it. What the hell? Um, I do want to talk about that a little more because I there I think he needs to explain it somewhat, right? Like Jake, you said he jumps around a lot, and you just have to take your lumps a little bit,
Yep,
but
I
you know
agree.
there's a way that like it starts to not make sense in a bad way. Like, you know, how did Kishibe and Kobeni and Denji set it up in the graveyard for the showdown? Kind of doesn't matter that much. You know what I mean?
It's like
How
movie
did,
Yeah,
logic. You don't have to
yeah,
think about that. It's just cool,
yeah,
so why not?
yeah. How did
that's probably I don't think we're gonna ever
from
get an
like
explanation about.
Yeah, no way. No way.
Maybe I
well
think
not
one
hold
day
on,
he'll
not
just get it back
well,
like Adventure Time or something.
It's
not
very
Either way.
strange to me how nonchalant Ass is about her arm. It just doesn't
why
make
do people think
sense.
wait, people think she's getting her arm back? This is one
Maybe
of the
I don't
things
know.
I think some
like
people are. I mean,
I'm
I have a theory she's gonna like sew it together with Denji's armor, but that's just my own.
well, I
She
like
could
that one. I like that one.
with
Mark, no? A
I
spare
mean,
the
arm.
thing is,
Hooray.
there's one thing that I think could point to Asa getting her arm back at one point, and that is
What?
mangaka are lazy, and they forget which side was the side the arm was missing on, and there's gonna be
Oh,
inconsistencies. It's too much of a fucking pain. The amount of times Sui Ishida complained about drawing Kaneki's eye patch on the wrong side, no shot that this is gonna stick. No, like Fujima's gonna be like, "Fuck, which arm is it?" And then he's gonna draw half the panel. And he's gonna be like, "Oh, I did the wrong panel, so I have to go
it's gonna
back
be
and do
like,
the
it's
entire
gonna be like,
thing."
fuck it. He's gonna put a little panel where like her arm pops back out and she just has both arms.
Yeah,
You say that, except for Fujimoto really likes drawing people with no arms.
Yeah, that's his
yeah, that's
thing.
that's
He
fair.
loves,
Yeah.
he loves to draw people with no arms, dude.
Actually, the thing is, in part one, it was like a lot more expanded upon how Aki lost his arm. Yeah,
Yeah.
like
That's true.
we've seen how he was taking care
He
of
lost it.
Angel
He did.
too and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Aki lost. Aki did lose an arm, but that motherfucker only lasted like 5 more chapters after that.
Yeah, he didn't.
Okay,
Wow.
don't say that. Okay, don't say that. I
It
don't
is
want to
true.
hear it anymore.
But I also got a whole like double page spread for her arm popping off. Aki just got
Huh.
like 1 page in the whole darkness fight, and he didn't even do anything. He just got rolled. Minus arms, dude. That was so crazy. What the hell?
I love. Oh God.
Okay, moving on through this chapter, this interaction with Asa and Fami, I really enjoyed it. I'm fucking loving the fact that Fami is just suddenly back. I think probably Fami and Asa. I was just like, obviously Yoru's the top priority, but that comes with Asa. Fami and
Yeah.
Asa, the two where I was like, I need these characters back as
Yeah.
soon as possible.
This chapter also, another reason I'm biased. This chapter features my 3 favorite part 2 characters, so it's.
Oh yeah, for sure. The top 3.
I like that Fami like constantly asks people, and especially her sisters, to call her Fami.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
that.
Famine,
That's,
what's going on? And she just doesn't answer.
that's actually a really interesting
Yeah.
characterization because I don't know of any devil who does this, right? Like that has some preferred pet names that they want to be called by. I heard some people talk about like, Fami's like she really wants to be human. Like that's her secret goal here.
She really just wants the family. She's like Vin Diesel.
No, like she loves the human food. She wants to have a nickname like humans do. She wants like her like a family sibling dynamic like people have,
Yeah.
Like she's trying to
What's
do.
really interesting to me
She's
is
starved of
the
attention.
horseman's relation to humans. Like we've seen Makima and Fami and Yoru, they all like they don't love humans, but they in a way appreciate them for what they can do for
Yeah,
them. Right?
yeah, it's different than most devils we see that are very much
Yeah,
like.
exactly. That's what's really interesting. What sets them apart.
It kind of
Definitely.
reminds me. Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, this is just a silly little. It kind of. Are you guys watching Shogun at all?
No.
What?
No, you gotta fucking watch it. It fucking slaps. When I saw it, okay, so a quick tangent. When I saw the trailer for Shogun, I thought it looked terrible. And then I actually watched it. I'm like, damn, this slaps. But there's a moment because in Japanese, it's like the difference between famine and fami is just Kika versus Kika-chan, and it reminds me there's a character. There's a character whose name is Mariko, and then like the fucking the token English white guy comes in and he calls her Mariko, and she's like, no, you have to call me Mariko sama. And it's just like it kind of reminds me of like it's like honorifics is such a foreign thing to Western audiences. And so Kiga versus Kiga-chan right there. So
I saw some Japanese commenter commenting on the other way. They're like, "Oh, it's like Fami and famine in the English." That's kind of funny. That was a cute little interaction. Asa, she blasts a government building.
Let her cook, dude. Let her cook.
Wait, well, she blasts. Actually, I think if we're like, it's actually interesting that Fujimoto detailed that they made a contract. Fami and Asa made a contract to fool her into thinking she can buy all the guns.
I
Yes,
want to
yes.
see this contract. I bet it was drawn out with a crayon
I don't
on
know.
like a receipt.
You don't think? I think Fami's got a pretty deep network. She's like behind the scenes.
Is her penmanship good? Did she get it notarized? Like, what are you implying?
No, she's got like friends in the government. You know what I mean? Like she might have gotten a real one, and then since it's a legit document, it's like that. That's what makes it. That's what makes it work. That's what.
Asa didn't even have to touch the turrets to fire them. That's
Nope.
another
Yeah.
level up.
Ooh, yes. The Yoru is not lying. All the Yoru is lying. Haters in the trash. She can turn things.
Really? I mean, I thought it was obvious she wasn't lying.
Yeah.
After the chapter where she almost turned Yoshida into pink mist, I don't think she's lying.
Yeah.
Yeah. There
I thought
some,
it was obvious by
I
that.
won't lie. I won't say what kind of characters fans were saying that she was lying, but there was a little bit of a.
I can't. Oh, dude, you don't even have to say. I know exactly what you're talking about.
There's a little bit of power scaling. There's a little bit of power scaling.
Yeah, we do a little power scaling here.
We do. We have a little bit. This is agenda change.
No, but what if?
Okay,
what if,
no power scaling, Chainsaw Man. It's
what if
worthless.
Yoshida opens up infinite void? You know.
Ooh, he's crossed the tweet.
Let's ask Gege about that. Okay.
Please, that would be so sick. He's gonna do like something, and then the octopus ink makes a marble in space, and then
That'd be so cool.
That's the domain expansion. Infinite octopus.
This is not going to improve our relationship with the JJK community. I hope you know this.
It's already in the fucking trash, bro.
I don't think we're
The
even
diplomacy
trying
is
at
dead.
this
Yeah,
point.
diplomacy is long past the point.
The thing is, the Jujutsu Kaisen and Chainsaw Man communities, they're the same. They're different sides of the same coin.
No, it's really.
And both sides can barely read.
There's a mm-hmm. very, very frustrating for both fandoms. Honestly, Everyone struggles with this aspect.
We need media literacy, not just reading Chainsaw Man and JJK all day.
It's a little bit true. Expand your horizons a little bit.
Like the IQ
one
bell
of the
curve.
really interesting points in this little 2-panel thing where the guys watching the security system are like, we're just gonna shoot these 2 girls.
Yeah, dude, what the fuck?
Shoot those high school girls. We don't care.
They're like, they don't look like devils. They look like people. Whatever, just murder them.
I'm glad you brought that, because I'm glad we didn't gloss over that, because I've seen conversations online. So a lot of people immediately think like that like old public safety, like they weren't like that, and then there's a crowd that's like, oh, actually, old public safety was run by the control devil herself, so old public safety wasn't great either. But I will go as far as to say old public safety had a lot of integrity, in the form of Aki Hayakawa. But
just one guy.
Yeah. Yeah. I think most workers of public safety aren't like Aki.
No.
I don't know, because you had whatever, I can't even remember. I used to know everyone's name. I was a point of pride for me. Brain is deteriorating.
Time.
I feel like Kishibe. But there's the one guy, he walks outside and he sees Reize and he's like, oh,
yeah,
she's just
he was
high school girl.
Aki's old buddy.
Yeah, Aki's old buddy, and he like,
that's the thing. Like
he was
Aki's
chilling.
circle. Yeah, they were good.
Yeah,
I actually liked Kusakabe. I thought he was funny.
They were speaking of JJK, they were cooler, but I will say they were demonstrably ineffective, like constantly. Like, you know, their inability to actually combat devils effectively has not changed at
So
all.
wait. Are you trying to say fascism works?
No, it doesn't work. It still doesn't work. It didn't work before, and it's
Okay,
not.
that's not funny.
They were fine before, and then finally, they come in, they take control, and now it's working because they just, they see a kid
No.
walking in the streets, like, okay, fire away.
It's not
I
working
think
at all. They're getting completely
it's
rolled.
working against them.
Yeah.
It's just that they don't care at all. Like,
Yeah.
This is their response to constantly getting rolled. They're like, fuck it, just kill anyone that pulls up.
I mean, they can't take risks, right? Like, they're gonna die at this job at any minute, and we see that happen every minute in part 1. So, like, I mean, it's both terrifying that if you're just a school kid walking around, that like maybe you're just curious, you're gonna get fired. Like, sorry, buddy, you're gonna be a cheese full of holes.
To be fair, I often forget that the scope of the universe in Chainsaw Man has been irrevocably changed post the Fire Devil contract going off and all these kids turning into mini Chainsaw Mans.
Right.
Yeah,
no
it was like a week ago in Chainsaw Man, like in this chapter.
Yep, last
and
chapter.
Now
going
two
off.
girls are rolling up to a fucking secure devil facility, and it's like, damn, it's kind of shiesty.
There's war on the horizon potentially going on. They sneak in the facility, and then we get something. We get something we've been missing. Real Chainsaw Man comedy, straight up faceplant pratfall Asa. Absolute
best fucking moment.
I like that Fami
floating
says
in the wind.
She's a trump card. I'm our trump card. Trump cards get taken for laughs. It's so funny.
It's pretty fucking funny, actually.
Like, she's aware. She knows her worth.
Yeah. Well,
I know people might say Asa fell on her own, but I have a different theory. I think it's Fami.
You think Fami tripped her?
Yeah.
You think
definitely?
Maybe.
I don't trust her at all.
I don't know.
I'm looking at it right now. You don't see their feet in this moment.
It's true.
Exactly.
Fami's pretty far behind her, though. It's about.
Let me live.
She falls pretty far forward, so
yeah.
My goat didn't flop. My goat didn't flop.
Yeah. When your goat washed.
Oh my god, I loved it.
When you realize your goat's washed.
This was a classic Fujimoto thing of like the last, he'll give you this stretch of the story that like just grinds you into paste and just like, turns your brain into mush because, it's just the most horrible shit is going on. And, Denji's has been getting worn down and squeezed out and freaking,
Don't say it like that. I feel awful for him.
Yeah, everything goes wrong. He can't do anything. Everyone betrays him. He loses everything he has, and now he's in a fucking, he's getting dismembered in this insane prison. So, like, complete horror show, basically. Like, Kafkaesque nightmare scenario for a really long time. It was like...
at least they used anesthesia.
Yeah, that's true.
My goat Ken Kaneki was awake for every single second he got dismembered. And he made it out to the other side for the better because of it. Take him off anesthesia.
God is objectively not true. You came out way worse.
Listen. No. My goat could never. My goat would never wash.
My goat was not
Except for that one time he does wash.
My goat was not the prime villain of the series he was in. You crazy, bro. Oh, cool. That was a sick part. Speaking of sick parts, Fami's got a devil out, locked and loaded, ready to go. This is pretty crazy. This is
Yeah, it is.
I don't really know because so people have been like, Fujimoto's not as much in his bag, he's not doing like the crazy kind of shit that he did in
He
part
always
one
does the crazy kind of shit. What are you talking about?
with with as much as like with the paneling, with the weird structure in the story. But he pretty specifically saves that for like devils and devil powers. He always brings the like experimental style, like the art style, the layouts, the paneling, when like big deal devil powers are going off. Like when the fox devil, right? Like that's iconic.
Oh, yeah.
That's the devil power. The darkness devil, when the darkness devil is doing stuff, shit.
The Justice Devil too. I really like the spread in the 15th volume. Like it's so good. You see the worm thing, you're like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah. We potentially have like a big time devil. I mean, probably, likely, we're on the verge of a big time devil attack. I'm super duper excited for this. Like I'm
interested more in where she gets these like small devil things from. Like, what the hell?
Hell, assuming.
Very funny.
Yeah, what is she? How is she?
What do you guys think it's gonna be? My money's on like Gyarados or Mewtwo or something. Maybe Steelix.
What's her team? What's her lineup?
What's her team? What's her?
Full normal.
I mean, I think it should be something appropriate for the place, right?
Maybe. I've heard like people talk about the Blood Devil Whispers are back. I've partaken in the blood.
Well, I don't think maybe though. Maybe. I don't think it's something we should count on though.
No, I mean it'd be interesting though. It would definitely be that would be pretty spicy.
What's the point though?
The Darkness Devil, I will punch a hole through my monitor because how the fuck would she get the Darkness Devil?
She had the fall.
I mean, how the fuck she get the Falling Devil? Yeah.
No way. I don't think it's gonna do like
it would
devil
destroy the balance of my delicate power scaling in Chainsaw Man, and you cannot do that.
It would bring down your goat darkness.
It goes.
Wait.
Regular fiends, devils, horsemen, primal. I don't know.
Do you think Goku could be the Darkness Devil?
Oh man!
Say it again.
Do you think Goku could be the Darkness Devil?
It depends. Is it Son Goku? Is it Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3?
Bro, you can't do this on this week. There's no shot, dude. It's zero, no shot, dude. Zero shot. The darkness can take Goku. It's not even close.
Yeah.
I
heard the Darkness Devil's pretty strong.
I'm very. So I was talking with Fizzy on the previous episode, and he had noticed that this facility that they're in looks a lot like the Fukushima reactor
facility. Yeah,
the nuclear facility at Fukushima that
after the Earth. Okay.
And
Racing is down there.
So
I mean, probably.
Here Fami is with like her, she has to bust out their worst case scenario option immediately, which is just, it's so funny to me. like Zuzu was saying, the trump card where she's like, "We're saving this for the very end," and then Asa instantly face plants, and she's like, "All right, the end is right now."
Charizard.
Yep, we just like a chase on
I
that
mean,
thing.
it's just so funny. She really takes every chance she can.
I I
She's
really
so
need to
blonde.
know. I really
My
need to
favorite
know
lazy
more about
queen.
her. Yes, I really need to know more about her. Like, what? This arc is so crazy because obviously at the end of this we get to the betrayal, right? Like,
Yeah, I can't wait for this.
right?
I cannot wait.
Fami's definitely lying. Like, Red Chainsaw
Yeah.
Man and Black Chainsaw Man are the same, and I don't know what her plot, her scheme is to make it seem like that's not the case. But whatever it is, going straight down to the basement and rescuing Denji that will not work for it, right?
Yeah, actually, I was wondering when I first read, I was like, why would Reze makes sense because Reze is like, fuck it, you know, like I went back to the coffee shop, so I'll go back for Denji now. But like for like Asa and Fami, it's just like, what the fuck do they want with this guy at this point? Like,
Yeah,
they're
what are they
going,
gonna do?
yeah.
I'm very interested. But like with this devil, I think this, you know, I think I'm really fucking hyped for this. This is like the first big deal devil attack in a long time. Like the fire devil.
Okay, just one arc away from the falling devil. I think the
First
falling
big
devil.
devil attack in like 3 weeks.
It's been like 30 chapters then. What do you mean? The falling devil ends in like the 20s, and we're in the end of the 50s. It's been a really long stretch
It's
with
been.
no.
I would consider the
It's been a
fire
while.
devils like
Right, but the fire,
popping that alt,
right, the
hitting
fire
Q.
devil
I feel
doesn't
like that was pretty
show up.
big.
You don't see the fire devil.
Wait, shouldn't Fire
right?
Devil be considered like a primal devil though?
Yeah, I mean, fire devil's definitely a primal devil, but we haven't seen them. Where are they? What do they look like? What are they doing? You know, how does
Maybe
it?
it's better not to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure we will eventually, but
Yeah.
Reality is often disappointing.
like this is like, ooh, yes, we're the, it's popping off now. I'm you know what, fuck it, my agenda, I think it's the blood devil. I'm down for that.
Oh, I see.
I see the vision of the blood devil come back right here. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna try to think of a fun devil to combat you on that.
That'll
A fun
Tax
devil.
season. Yeah, it's the fun devil. Or it's tax season. Maybe it's the taxes devil.
Tax.
W2
Would it
form
really
devil.
be
I
that
don't know.
strong?
That'd be pretty powerful for me. I'm terrified right now. The audit devil.
Sounds pretty bad.
Dehydration devil. Dried sardine devil. I don't know. I'm throwing off answers that are more believable than the blood devil.
The thing she's holding kind of looks like a squid. Like the falling devil thing she had kind of looked like the falling devil.
That's kind of, yeah.
So
That's
it could be a
kinda
squid. And then
Did it
you could
really
have,
look like that? I don't
they
think
could be squid versus octopus with the Yoshida appearance, because we know
Maybe.
yeah.
Some people say it looks like a bullet, though.
No,
it looks
please
like a dried up dog turd.
Please not. Oh my god.
I will say
every time we've seen Fami contract with some kind of devil, there was it was supposed to be somehow matching the situation, right? Like the Eternal Devil, the Eternity Devil, the Falling Devil, Justice Devil. It's pretty connected to to Asa and either Asa or Denji.
Yeah, I see that.
I think it should be something of that sort.
Well,
Squid Devil would be
we
pretty cool, like
we
Squid
will
Games.
see what
True, true. Squid Devil
what
is pretty interesting.
what exactly that devil is. Uh, but speaking of which, I want
All of the
to
devils just escape from the facility. Because,
that's
like, if it's gonna be a primal devil, it's Owarida for
Yes.
everyone.
yes, right. Like, and Fabi was saying she's their trump card. Like, it's over. So I think she's just gonna drop some, whatever devil. Like she's got something ready to go, and like I was talking about, if this is like a major breach of this facility, this could be a bunch of devils spilling out into the streets. That increases human versus devil war fear even higher. War fear goes insane. Yoru, max power, 150% power level.
Are you saying this is like a maximum
Denji's
output
gonna be
hollow
washed.
purple? Is that what you're saying right now?
Yes. We're going to see Yoru maximum output hollow purple soon. It's going. She's going to fuse the red and the blue together and create an imaginary
Absolutely,
mass.
hell yeah.
It's
Ooh.
dude. I'm so
Unrestricted hollow purple, even.
I think a Fami's plan will lead to a self-fulfilling prophecy, actually. What she's
yeah,
trying to
no,
stop is just, like, totally a self-fulfilling prophecy.
she seems kind of aware of it too, though, because like
Yeah, it's kind of
she's
strange.
summoned falling, but falling, according to her, was one of the like harbingers of the apocalypse, which she's trying to stop. There's so many like contradictions in what Fami's doing. Really, really want to know exactly what's up to her. I do hope at some point in this arc, maybe not next chapter, but maybe next chapter, we at least get like some dialogue that explains how they got here. Like, we don't necessarily need the whole flashback or whatever, because it's honestly not that
I
interesting.
hope. I hope
Of
so.
I don't think we're gonna get anything like that. I think
You
because
don't think so?
we have the exposition that Fami and Yoru and Asa have been in contact from when Fami broke into their apartment. Um, at this point, it's just like it's just assumed, it's implied. She maybe Asa went to Fami because Fami's now an important contact for Asa. Maybe Fami
Yeah.
found
Yeah.
I don't know. At this point, as much as I would love some kind of flashback, some kind of way to see how they got to where they got, I don't know. I don't think we're gonna see that. There are so many times where something could be explained, but
Then
fuck
it
it,
is.
is
Yeah.
what happens.
Yeah.
It's Chainsaw Man, baby. We're never
This
gonna
one
know.
is this one's just a little tough because I don't understand how like how Fami convinced them to keep trusting her. You know what I mean? Or like we need
Asa
to.
believed she bought a multi-million-dollar weapon system for $10,000. What do you mean?
I mean, okay, but like I just want to know, like, I just need a little acknowledgement of, like, you said this, you know what I mean? You said that this was
Yeah.
going to happen, but now this is happening, you know? Something, it really doesn't need to be much, just like a dash, one line that implies a little bit more specifics of, like, how the characters got to this point. But
I think
regardless,
Fujimoto really leaves it up all to the reader, and it's just. I mean, I guess that works, but it's just annoying because when you're
yeah,
trying to figure out more details, it's just like we got so much exposition about the sisters of Makima when she was talking
right.
about them when Pochita got out. I mean, it was a very important moment, and like she had to explain it. Like she had no other way except to explain it. But I mean, we should get a little more information, should we?
I'm hoping for
I don't see it
something.
happening for a while at least. Maybe something where like I could see like Asa being like, okay, I've trusted you a lot now, and there's been very little return, but I don't see any kind of
Right.
like flashback. Maybe I'm not. I don't know.
But I don't think we will get a flashback. I don't think you necessarily need a flashback.
Yeah,
Just
no flashbacks.
You know what I
Like,
realized
something.
though? We are about to see, or we could potentially see, a reunion 40 chapters in the making with Yoshida and Fami
That's right.
back to when
seriously?
they the aquarium with the Eternity Devil,
That's right.
where Fami is on top of the building looking down at Yoshida, and they notice each other. They kind of square up a little bit, but nothing
Yep.
happens. This could
Showdown.
be the payoff for that moment 40 chapters ago.
They met in the diner, right? They had their meeting in the diner.
That didn't happen. This is erasure. That's
Dude,
They
Ivor,
did. They
they
did.
did.
It did
But
happen.
that did
I
happen.
think it's
Yeah.
really funny.
It-
Fami just
what
went like
All right, 30
sliced his
chapters in the
bullshit.
making.
I
Yeah.
like
what
how
all did
Yoshida
they
just
talk about?
stopped
What is
smiling
the
after a while after talking with her.
that
He was
so
just like totally like, okay, I'm done with this.
so good. But what is their exact relationship that we don't? What exactly did they discuss at that? You are correct. Yoshida Fami come back. A long lost ship lost to the winds of time appeared, appeared for a moment and vanished. Could they return?
It wasn't meant to be,
It was
unfortunately.
definitely not meant to be. But could they return as enemies again? Reignite the spark as
Yeah.
combatants? What the
I wonder
devil
if,
will
like-
we see?
Yeah.
We will.
It could be anything. Anything Fujimoto wants.
It really could be anything. I'm very excited for it. I'm not even gonna ask for predictions on this one because who fucking knows?
No, okay. Let me say something. Let me say.
158. What's going
I
on?
think we're missing out on the bigger picture here. Aren't we forgetting something? Asa and Denji might just get like a reveal.
Right.
Denji might find out, and Asa might find out. I think it's probably Asa who's gonna find out first about Chainsaw Man. I just can't wait for her reaction. It's just gonna be so funny. I know it. It's either gonna be devastating or
Denji stood her up. She's gonna see Denji strapped to the table, and Fami's gonna be like, "Yeah, that's Chainsaw Man." She's gonna be like,
No,
"You're not gonna believe this. This
What?
motherfucker stood me up."
of course.
She's like,
Yeah.
"No, leave this guy. Fuck him." Yeah.
No way it's gonna be like that.
I don't think so. I don't think that Asa will see Denji because that Fami Fami of course has a plan for that. Otherwise, they wouldn't fucking be
Yeah.
right. Like,
But I'm so done with this miraculous ladybug plot. Can we just move on already? Can we just move on?
oh, he's got you. Fujiwara's got you locked the fuck in. You're so good. You're so good.
This is annoying as well.
Oh god. Well, 158, we're getting some kind of insane devil attack. Who fucking knows what it's gonna be? I'm so excited.
I hope we're gonna see Yoshida in action.
Yes. I hope we see Quanchi in action.
We're gonna see him in action, actually, because that motherfucker is not gonna square up against Yodo anymore.
Yeah. What are we? Are we gonna see Kishibe? Literally, where the fuck
I hope he's there. I hope.
He skipped out on the primal devil downtown. Now there's a primal devil in your base, bro. Like, you've got.
This guy is retired. He is drunk in Guangzhou, China right now. He is not coming back. This is not gonna happen.
He started a new life.
Okay. Okay. Let's bet. If Kishibe doesn't show up, what are you betting on?
What are we betting?
I don't think he there's a chance he could show up as like a little like MCU cameo at some point. I don't know if he's gonna fight. Dude's retired. But like maybe like they're gonna say his name and he's gonna be like on a beach somewhere like with like a fucking Dos Equis and he's gonna sneeze.
Pension.
Yeah.
It's gonna be one of the volume extras. It's like, by the way,
Or he actually is the mayor with the DUI from chapter 98.
that actually does make sense.
Yeah.
Well, we shall see. Probably not all of that, but we'll at least see a cool devil fight soon because we've had 3
Yep.
chapters in a row. New one coming next. This coming Tuesday, only a few days. Oh my god, I'm so
This
excited
is
for it.
yeah, I'm so
But
excited too.
this shit has been live for the last 2 months of chapters have been fucking live. What the hell? And we've
And
got
what's
another live one.
Kusakabe gonna do? Is Yuta Okotsu okay? Like, what's going
Oh
on?
yeah, dude. Is Maki alive? Can she
Is
really survive
Maki like
a
what's?
backflash from Sukuna? No
Yeah,
way, dude. He's
I
cooked.
actually haven't read that chapter yet, but
Oh, yeah, what the fuck? God damn it, Gege. What's wrong with you?
yeah.
God damn it, Fujimoto. What are you cooking with Fami? We will find that out very, very soon. Ooh, I'm looking forward to it. And we will discuss it again on the podcast next week. Thank you both my guests for coming on this episode. Thank you everyone who listened. Like, subscribe, comment, do all the things.
Yeah.
We'll be back here next
Give me
week
a
and see you next time.